Gurahamu-san is asking about the channel name. That's a very good question. Motor Psych Japan. Why did I choose that? Well, Japan, obviously, because I live here and I want to introduce people to Japan. People who are interested in riding here. I want to kind of just show what I've found. I want to show how fun riding a bike can be here in Japan. Most people, when they come to Japan, I think they think of the big city. They think of getting on the trains and all that sort of stuff, riding the Shinkansen. But I want people to get off the beaten path and try and explore some of the areas that are less well known. And I think motorcycles is a great way of doing that. So that's why my channel is sort of about Japan, here in Japan for now. Hopefully I'll be going to other places as well. Why motor psych? Well, why psych? Well, the definition for psych is, I'm not a psychiatrist. I don't have any experience in that sort of thing. But I sort of like the sound of motor psych because it sounds similar to motorcycle. But psych is also one definition is to be excited or full of anticipation for. So definitely psyched about riding and motorcycles. And to psych something out is it can also mean to analyze and to figure something out. Both things that I like doing about riding bikes and stuff like that. So yeah, that's sort of the reason why I chose motor psych. Japan. Am I a psychiatrist? No, I'm not. Will I say something really wise? Maybe. From time to time. Okay, that's about the channel name. My bike license, I have the Futsu Meeting Menkyo, which allows me to ride up to 400cc bikes at this point. What do I think about scooters, he also asks. I think there's a time and place for scooters. Scooters are great, two wheels. I prefer motorcycles much more just because I feel there's a lot more control, and there's you can grip the tank with your knees and all of that. When I was going to riding school, I think I rode a 400cc big scooter, and man, that was really the hardest thing for me to control after riding the motorbike. But small scooters, I've ridden them. I think they're great. They're fast, they're zippy and economical. Great way to get around. So I don't have anything against scooters like some people do. Some riders, they'll say, guys who ride scooters just want to feel the wind on their vagina or something like that. I don't get that. I think that's just a bunch of bullshit. You don't, there's a time and place for scooters, and it's two wheels, and there's some cool scooters out there. Yeah, those are my thoughts on scooters. Personally, I prefer the motorbike more, but yeah. Okay, Richard Sato says, I've been watching your videos. I'm planning on doing some videos for YouTube in English and Japanese. Congratulations, you should definitely go for that. Do you have any tips for motovlogging? First off, just practice. Even if you don't have a camera set up just yet and a mic set up, what I suggest is just talk to yourself in your helmet, and pick a topic and try to talk about it by yourself in your helmet while you ride around. It's not as easy as you might think. The first, I think I did like 3-4 takes for my first motovlog, and that still sucked. So just expect that the first edits that you do and the first motovlogs you do are probably not going to be, all that great, unless you've already been vlogging, unless you're used to talking on camera, and maybe you're a public speaker, maybe you're great at making videos already, in which case you'll probably have a very easy transition into motovlogging. But if not, just put your helmet on, go out riding and try talking about a topic by yourself in your helmet. You feel weird at first. You feel like, what am I doing? Am I going insane? I'm talking to myself. But try to imagine, okay, here's what I suggest is just try to imagine just talking to a good friend. One good friend, maybe, or your brother or someone you know well, and just imagine talking to them about some topic that you're full of the subject on. For example, motorcycles, or a certain motorbike that just came out and you're full of the subject and you just did the research. Did you know that, this latest model has this much horsepower and this much torque? I think that, whatever, go ahead. But, if you're full of the subject of what you want to talk about, and if you're relaxed and you don't have to, what I suggest is also don't try to be somebody else. Don't try to copy somebody else's style. You'll develop your own style, but be natural, and just be yourself and practice. Those are my first few tips on motovlogging. Get out there and try. Craig J asks, how have you set up your camera and mic on your helmet? I'm also thinking about motovlogging too. Great, good for you. But what I suggest is just look up on YouTube, Z7, look up Shoei Z-7 GoPro mount. Tons of people are already doing it, so I won't even get into the details of how I did it. What I suggest though, like usually there are several joint pieces, and they're like these big ass kind of knobby connectors, screws. What I suggest is just getting a set of stainless steel screws that you can replace those with, so you don't have these like bigger knobby handles sticking out all over the joints. That'll keep it lightweight and slim and cool looking. How have I set up my helmet? Again, just look it up. You'll find something specific, probably, most likely, you will find something specific to your helmet and to the exact camera that you're using. But just to explain simply, I've got the GoPro mounted up front, and I've drilled a hole for an external mic. So I've got a little external mic cable coming out, and then I've got a mic installed inside my helmet with the wire leading to that. So get on the forums and look up how to do that. I suggest, for people starting out motovlogging, check out Motovlog.com. There's a great community of helpful people there. I was on there myself. I haven't been on that site for a while now, just because I've been busy making videos, but it's a great place to get answers, and so go and check that out for sure. Oh, it's getting hot. Got this cool t-shirt. I do all my own stunts. A friend of mine gave it to me after the crash. Anywho, we're getting close to where I'm picking up the bike. I don't know if this video is going to be one video, or if the question and answers have been so long. I mean, my answers have been too wordy, so that this video is going to have to be cut into two. But anywho, thanks for sticking. You're going to see the bike real soon, and I'll explain a little bit about it when we get there, after we load up the bike. Stay tuned. So I made it here. The guy's gonna be back real soon, but it's got a few bikes here. I don't see the bike that I bought though. Look at that trike, Zoomer, a few old bits and pieces here of old bikes, but maybe he'll be back in 10 minutes, we'll see. Alright, so as you can see, I got a Zoomer, a Honda Zoomer, Honda Ruckus, 50cc scooter in the back of the car now. This is not my bike. I got it from my younger brother who lives up in Akita. He lives way out in the country, and he has a little truck that he uses for farming and all that sort of stuff, but he needed a scooter to just run small errands and save on gas and all that sort of stuff. So I told him I would help him get a scooter, and we decided that a Zoomer might be good. You know, it's got those chunky tires, and there are trails around there. From what I remember riding a little scooter, the tires are usually really, really small, and you know, they're fine for just a little zipping around, but out in the country you get these long stretches of road and you want that stability. You don't want to be blown around by the wind so much, and you want a little bit more weight, a little bit more stability with fatter tires. And there are some trails out there too, like, you know, gravel and dirt roads. So we thought maybe a Zoomer might be good, and it's also, I think, probably one of the coolest looking scooters out there. So yeah, it's gonna need some love. It looked really good in the photos, which is usually what it, you know, how it looks like. I got it on auction, and you know, it wasn't bad. I mean, the Zoomers are still pretty popular, so yeah, it wasn't the, you know, all right, like 60,000 yen, about $600. There, you know, I could have gotten maybe a cheaper one, but we were sort of on time constraints, and this one looked really good. But when I came to pick it up, the guy was like still frantically working on it, to be honest, switching parts and all this sort of stuff from other, you know, but I don't know. The thing is, I can fix it, so I did a quick test, rode it down the sidewalk, and you know, check different things. It's not perfect. It's definitely, like, it's been through stuff. Looks okay though, but you know, thing is, so these kind of things are usually like the engine's fine, seems fine, there aren't any sounds rattling or anything like that, so the rollers are probably okay. The weight rollers are probably okay. The other things I could probably fix fairly cheap, so you know, it is what it is. And yeah, so maybe over the next little while you get to see me ride it a bit and fix it up and clean it up a bit. Alright, so thanks for watching, guys. I think the question and answer got pretty long. Sorry if you guys are hoping for like a bigger displacement bike, you know, but I'm actually looking forward to zipping around on this thing and working on it, so stay tuned. Alright, take care.